I don't know whether you folks, you guys ever stop by the McDonald's. You know, the McDonald's, that serve Happy Meal, right? I think they're gonna come up with a new meal called Obama meal. You know what that is? You go up there, ask Big Mac, Chicken McNugget, milkshake, whatever you order. The guy behind you paid for it. That's what they call Obama meal. And let me say one more thing. I hope you remember that Soviet leader that Stalin and the German Hitler and Al Capone, all three of them died and went to hell. They decided to call back home. So Stalin picked up the phone, gone over there, the red phone from the devil. He called home, talked 1 hour. The devil charged him $1 million. Wow. So Hitler picked up the phone, talked 30 minutes. Devil charged him $6 million. Wow. Al Capone picked up the phone, talked 6 hours. Devil charged him 57. So Stalin and Hitler both complained to the devil, that's not fair. And the devil said, well, since Obama took over America, America went to hell, so that's a local call. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eugene Yu. I'm running for U.S. Senate. I am the living American dream. The young boy came to America after 42 years later. Here I am, I'm running for U.S. Senate. This is what I call pure American dream. I prove this dream is real. My early age, early on, I started working at the local factory. Matter of fact, that company still exists in Augusta, Georgia, working at the midnight shift at the assembly line when I was a 10th grade high school. Actually, I started off as a summer job, and I liked so much, I asked for my supervisor, when the school started, I asked for the supervisor, can I transfer from the day shift to the midnight shift so I can still go to school. Next morning, I go to school. That afternoon, I go to bed. In the weekend, I work at the local grocery store as a bag boy and a stock boy. And also, same time in the night, the weekend night, I work at the local fire department as a volunteer fireman. I work all the time. Go to school, go to sleep. I did that my entire high school. After graduate high school, I become the full-time fireman and still going to college. And later, I enlisted at the U.S. Army as a military policeman. After honorary discharge, I became deputy sheriff in Richmond County. After that, land of opportunity in America. I have an opportunity to become small business. My business was refurbishing the military vehicle to exporting to overseas. Now I'm running for U.S. Senate. We live in a great nation, land of opportunities, a nation that I believe in. Look around. We all look different. In the human nature, it's not always filled with the love and understanding for those who are different. But we may all be different, but we all have a lot to be grateful for. Our differences and our diversity is the strength of America. Washington is completely out of control. They completely forgot about common sense. Washington needs a solution. Washington needs a new idea. Washington needs a new person to handle the current issues, have so many different issues are so messed up. I'm sure you folks watching the baseball game. If your team, if your pitcher keep beat up by other people, what do? I don't have to explain to you. What amazing to me is you folks watching TV and reading newspaper, you complaining about our Congress and Senate. But when the election time comes, you always send the same people over and over and again. You may complain about the Congress, oh, not my congressman. That's not only Republican, it's Democrat as well. So same people keep going back to Washington, as well as the Republicans send the same people over and over. Guess what? It's common sense. They fight all the time. We need to send the different people to do things different way. Our founding father designed this nation. You send the people to the Washington. Those people go up there and do the good job. Best job they know how. At the end of the day, they need to go home. Let someone else handle it. You cannot continue running. You got to keep passing baton to the next. Continue circulating. I'm not trying to throw out any negative campaign because I love my fellow Republicans and I respect all my opponents. But let me tell you, I feel I'm truly the qualified person against whoever get nominated in this May from the Republican, Democrat side. And the poster starting saying that the Michelle Nunn is going to be Democrat nominee, which Michelle Nunn, she's running only under her father's name only. And she is handpicked by other people, such as George Soros, or Washington bosses, or some of the Georgians. I believe that my true opponent is, not my fellow Republican, but I believe my true opponent is Michelle Nunn in the Democrat. Our nation, $17-some trillion national debt. In the business, in the private sector. If you have that kind of performance, guess what? CEO, anybody who is responsible for that manager, they all need to be either resign or get fired. If we put the same thing to the government, guess what? President, Vice President, Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi, majority of a senator, majority of a congressman, woman, they all need to be resigned or get fired. They are continuously spending money. It's not our money, it's our children's money, our grandchildren's money. And also at the same time, what's amazing to me is they don't even feel any guilty of it. What can those people, what can we understand? They only can spend what we get. Balanced budget, balanced budget. Since I've jumped in this campaign, I've learned a lot of different words which I never used before. As you know, this is my very first time in the politics. I did not jump in the river. I did not jump in the lake. I jump in the ocean. Very early on, somebody asked me, one of my opponents, I don't want to name, he walked up to me and said, Eugene, you got a lot of guts. I turned around and looked at him. Well, you got a lot of guts to ask the folks to vote for you again. I mean, if I want to get wet, might as well get wet in the ocean. However, it's not really that rocket science about the politics in Washington. It's just common sense. And the folks, when they, that's another thing I want to mention to you guys. If you go to Washington so often, that's including me. That's why I want to say to you, I truly believe term limit. Because once you go there for on and on and on, guess what? You become part of Washington. All these politicians, they may start over with very good people with a good intention, but guess what? Once they go into the Washington, I don't know what's the Washington they have, I don't know what's the magic they have, but the people there always want to go back. That is the only person he thinks or she can handle all this mess, which they create all this mess. And they don't even feel any guilty of it. Talking about this immigration, illegal immigration, the immigration reform, or this foreign aid, or foreign policy. I think I'm the most qualified person to say so about the foreign policy. Guess what? I'm sorry. Most Americans, what I see for the last 40, 50 years, our foreign policy always is not looking after American best interests. They're always looking after other country people, their interests. Around the world, all those people, whether they are our ally or they are enemy, they all know about the American politics. They know all about the Washington, but we don't know them. So at the end of the day, we always come out shorthand. Now, another thing worries me that this foreign aid, without any the Mother Nature or the disaster, what I found out is we spend $37 billion every year. Again, I said common sense. If you cannot pay your own mortgage, how can you loan to other people? Can you do that? We must take care of ourselves first before we take care of somebody else. Those days are over. We've been taking care of this around the world for the last 100 years. But back then, yes. But now, we're in trouble. We must take care of ourselves. Immigration law. We cannot. Democrat and Republican. We are not talking about amnesty for those illegal immigrants because you folks born in America may not realize, but a person like me come this country with it legally, stand on line. If those politicians talking about amnesty, those illegal immigrants, that is a direct insult to a person like me and my family who came in this country with it. That is my just basic, fundamental common sense. They need to stand in line just like we did. However, I'm sure that my time is okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, I look a little different than you. I talk a little different than you. But trust me, I am same American like you. I love Georgia like you. I am proud to be an American like you. We must fix this problem we have in Washington. You cannot send the same people over and over expecting different results. That's not only Republicans. I wish the Democrats did the same thing, so I don't have to see Harry Reid or Nancy Pelosi ever again in the TV. Another thing, since I jumped into this campaign, I didn't know that Georgia was so big. And I really realized I did jump in the ocean. And I go to talking to people. I'm very excited to meeting with new people. Very happy to doing what I'm doing. However, some folks telling me, well, that all the Congress Washington messed up, but my Congress been helping me for the last 10 years, 20 years. I say, that's what he's supposed to do. You elect me, I will help you the same thing he did. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Republicans, please wake up. Our nation's in crisis. You must wake up. You cannot continuously looking after good old boy or buddy system. This is depends on your children, your grandchildren, future. If we don't do anything, if we're not doing anything right, we will off the cliff. Just like a Roman Empire destroyed. Not enemy destroyed the Roman Empire. Roman Empire destroyed themselves. If we don't wake up, if we continuously send the same people, because my man is okay. Well, God help you, or God help our children. I believe in America. We owe it to our children, dear children, to preserve this great nation, just like your ancestors gave to you. We must take the responsibility. Again, now we need to start thinking. I'm sure you all, gentlemen, some of the older gentlemen, the ladies probably remember President Kennedy, which is Democrat president. He did say that, I remember, what you can do. Don't ask for what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for the country. I think this is a perfect time for us starting thinking about how can we do for our country instead of taking what country can do for us. We got too many people in the wagon, not enough of people pulling it. And Mr. President Obama, he think he was doing a good job, put so many people in the wagon. I wish I had an opportunity to go speak to the President Obama. I said, Mr. President, you forgot that wagon that we're about to come up because you put so many of them. This wagon will broke. Thank you so much for your time. And I'm so happy to be here. This is Cherokee County. This is the first time I've ever been. However, I always want to come back if you ask me to come. I want to run this campaign. I want to see the end of it. I want to see what the results are. But I will be your next United States Senator from Georgia. Will stand up for you and fight for you in whatever best interest for our state of Georgia and whatever best interest for our nation. And God bless you, every one of you. May God bless Georgia. And may God continuously bless our great nation, United States of America. Thank you.